I want to admit something. I just turned 70 years old. All right? I know, I just blew my cover on Match.com. And, you know, I like to think of this as an age where you can sort of cut yourself a little slack sometimes. You know, like not rushing around to get to every picket line or event or, you know, demonstration you should get to. You know, you start thinking, at my age anyway, I could be home watching the 4th season of Breaking Bad, you know, something like that. Then, whenever that kind of thought comes along, I ask myself, what would Howard do? WWHD. What would Howard do? And of course the answer is, you know, he'd do it, he'd show up, and not only that, he'd have a great time doing it. I mean, look at the man in the mural there. Look at the smile on that guy's face. He's having fun. Now, I should emphasize, I only knew Howard Zinn as an old man, an elderly man. He was born, I found out, the same year my father was born. The thing about Howard was that he never slowed down. This was my observation in recent years of knowing Howard at many events and on many panels, and also as a friend. He just never thought of stopping. Like in 2009, we were both at the centennial celebration for the Progressive magazine. It was getting late, and I was thinking, oh, you know, God, I don't, you know, my bedtime, enough already. Anyway, Howard gets up there, quite a bit older than I am, and he gets up there, delivers a 40-minute speech, a riveting 40-minute speech with no notes. I can't do that, not even 40 seconds for sure. And, you know, and it was totally lucid about the history of American militarism, standing ovation. Anyway, afterwards, I'm kind of sneaking off to thinking, I want to go back to my hotel room now, and I've had enough bedtime, all right? And I see Howard with these gaggle of admirers heading off for the bar for, you know, reception, and I'm sure a few more hours of very intense discussion. Now, I just have to admit, I couldn't keep up with him. You know, in preparation for being here tonight, I called my friend Frances Fox Piven, who some of you will know, right? And who was a very close friend of Howard and had been for many years before I knew him. And this is what she told me. She said, the thing you have to emphasize about Howard is that he was not a martyr. He never saw himself that way. In all his years of activism and scholarship, you know, of being fired from jobs, being arrested, of all those things, certainly there must have been times when he would rather have been home growing tomatoes, which he liked to do. But he always was having fun doing it. That's what Frances told me.